Well, I guess I'm stealing YouTube ideas now. I've finally become a true YouTuber. TechDweeb, if you're seeing this, just know that this video is inspired of your video, but as far as I'm concerned, there are two kinds of retro handheld devices out there, and I've explained this in the past. There's the Linux handhelds, which usually cover up to PS1, and for that, a simple handheld like the Miyoo Mini Plus would be absolutely perfect. But I'm more of a performance-hungry kind of guy when it comes to my handheld emulation needs. I want to go on the road and to know that I can emulate whatever the heck I want. I don't want to be limited by any mother-flipping limitations. That's not how we roll on this channel. And while sometimes I love to have a Miyoo Mini Plus with me, or even an Anbernic RG556, the fact of the matter is that these two do not carry enough performance. I am a hedonist when it comes to emulation. I want PS2 at 3x and 60 frames per second. I want Nintendo Switch. I want everything. I want to know that if my mood arises, I can play Portal on the freaking train or in the middle of a hill, or while chilling at a lake in a hammock, or in front of a campfire while drinking with my imaginary friends. I want to do all of this, and for that, there's a single device, one device which I'd recommend, and it's not something that I think many people would predict. It's not the Odin 2, it's not the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, it's this mother flipper. This is the Lenovo Legion Y700 2023 tablet, which again is a mouthful when it comes to device names. I don't know why companies do us like this, but we can't control it. But this is peak emulation experience. This is perfect. Let me explain. First of all, you need to understand what the Lenovo Y700 is. This is a gaming tablet, and one hell of a good gaming tablet. This has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, 12GB of RAM, and 256 gigs of storage, but you can also get it in another variant with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, but I would say that's more than overkill. But the main thing is that this was designed for gaming. This doesn't thermal throttle, so your performance basically stays stable no matter how much you game. And the most beautiful thing about this is that it also has an 8.8-inch screen, and this is the catalyst that makes all the difference in the world. You see, you don't get to realize how nice of an experience it is to enjoy your games on such a screen until you actually have a screen like this in front of you. This doesn't compare with the screen of a Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, or even that of an Odin 2, or hell, I would even be as brazen to say that even the Steam Deck has a way worse screen, and that's mainly because of the screen size. The fact that this is a tablet instantly gives it a very good screen to body ratio, and the width of it is not really bigger than that of a normal Steam Deck. Don't quote me on this, but I think this might actually be a bit smaller, but it gives you a way bigger screen, an 8.8-inch screen. And the most beautiful thing is that this tablet is way cheaper than you might think. Well, with a coupon that I'm gonna leave in the comments section, it will only be roughly $300 off AliExpress. This is such a good deal that I can't even properly describe without appearing like a cheese ball trying to sell you something. Which I'm not, by the way. I'm not trying to sell you this tablet. However, I think that this is the best option available out there in case you are searching for an emulation device. And I would go as far as to outright call this a handheld and not really a tablet. And it's a modular handheld, because to make it a handheld, I just have to do this. It took me 2 seconds, just 2 seconds. There's no immersion breakage, especially because this device has two charging ports. There's one on the side right here, and there's another one at the bottom. So you can conceivably game for 24 hours and just plug it in from the bottom, and this is the beauty of it. If the cable bothers you from the bottom, you just flip the freaking tablet and now the cable will be connected from the front. And you just continue on with your day and you do your thing. The thing that made me fall in love with this tablet is the modularity. No other handheld can do this. If I want a different controller, I just take this off and I get a new telescopic controller, one that might be more ergonomic and easier to hold. But The BSP D8 is actually very comfortable, links in the description for this one as well. And this is not the first handheld slash tablet with detachable controllers. If I tell people that something like this is awesome, they'll be slightly suspicious because, hey Vlad, isn't this just an Android tablet with controller? Well, yeah, but you see, my dear nerd, it's all a marketing thing. If I would call this a Nintendo Switch, everybody would lose their freaking minds, because that also comes with detachable controllers. So the user experience ends up being very similar. This also supports display out, so you can use it with something like a Steam Dock and enjoy your games on a TV as well. And I hear a lot of you asking me, hey Vlad, why do you actually recommend this tablet? $300 is basically Steam Deck territory. Can't I just get a Steam Deck? And the answer, my dear nerd, is of course you can get whatever the heck you want. You know best what you want. But the Steam Deck is an x86 device, and this is an ARM device, meaning that this tablet will naturally have way better battery life than a Steam Deck. And on the road, or while you're on the move, this will actually allow you to game. You won't have to sit there like a paranoid badger looking at the battery levels all the time. In fact, the battery of this tablet is crazy good. I can't even give you solid data. I charge it once every 4 days and I truly torture this device. I use it more than almost anything in my house. It's crazy. So in my opinion, this tablet is an underrated king. Nobody talks about it and it's a damn shame. The one thing that I can say out of my experience is that portable devices without long battery aren't portable devices. And granted, you can squeeze a lot of battery life from something like a Steam Deck by playing around with the wattage and doing all other kinds of trickeries, but this just works. And when you buy a gaming tablet like this, you also need to remember that you're basically buying a tablet, meaning that when you're not using it for gaming, you literally have a normal tablet to do whatever you want, from browsing TikTok to watching YouTube videos to reading your favorite comics, because again, it's a tablet and it's just the right size to hold in one hand. But when you buy a handheld like the Ayn Odin 2 or the Steam Deck, you just buy that, you buy a handheld. When you're not gaming on it, it collects dust. It isn't really a multi-purpose device. It's a gaming device, whereas the Lenovo Legion Y700 was optimized to be a gaming device while it's also capable of doing all the other things. So if you want to buy a high-performance handheld for PS2 or anything else, just consider this. This is not Pocketable, but this is portable. This is more than portable. In fact, I would say that this fits in some jacket pockets, depending on the kind of jacket that you have, but still. But you can still carry around this tablet anywhere, and nowhere will you get such a big screen for such a small form factor. I'm really ranting myself out, but I really needed to push this. I really needed to push this idea. This tablet is amazing and people don't talk about it. Of course, if you just want to emulate normal stuff, or very old consoles up to PS1, then you should really buy a Miyoo Mini Plus, or even an Anbernic RG556. Any of these do the job wonderfully. But I am solely talking about high-end consoles here. For high-end stuff, if you want performance headroom, if you want to play PS2 like a freaking king at 3x resolution, then you need something like this, or something like the Odin 2. The question is more on you. Do you want a big screen or do you want a small screen? I would say the Odin 2 really isn't more portable than this tablet. All in all, it's not like this is some huge metal plate and the Odin is a feather. So a tablet like this is the perfect middle ground. Unless you have hawk eyes and you can totally enjoy a Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, then go for that. If you really want to zero in on something pocketable. But personally, I would never be able to enjoy content for a long period of time on such a small screen, like that of the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. So tell me what you think about this tablet. Is it good? Is it bad? For $300, I truly think there's no better option out there, especially when it comes to console emulation. When you emulate the games and the consoles that you already own, of course. Cough, cough. But this is it from me, my dear nerds. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm off my rocker? Do you think this tablet sucks? Do you think it's the best thing that the universe created? Do you think I'm the best thing that the universe... If you love this tablet, don't forget to subscribe. But if you hate this tablet, also don't forget to subscribe. And if you love what I do, consider supporting me and becoming either a channel member or a Patreon of mine. You can support me through whichever way, and if you do decide to do that, you'll end up on this wall of fame where your name will be featured in basically every clip of mine. Plus, you'd help me grow this channel, which I totally appreciate. But this is all from me today. I'm close to midnight right now, so I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. And until next time, my sweet, sweet nerds, don't forget that I love you. Probably more than most of your relatives. Not more than your dog, because dogs are awesome. But I definitely love you more than many of your relatives. See you in the next clip.